Hello, welcome to New Money Moves with myself, Nafisa Manira. Welcome back. I'm so excited that you are here to New Money Moves, where what? Our goal is to give you the best news, strategies, and tips in a framework that empowers you to build better bridges to the new economy. Yes, because we want to make sure that we are not getting left behind in this move, in this transformation, and this transition to the new economy. We want to make sure that we are not getting left behind. So I'm here, Nafisa Manira, to bring you the news on what's going on. So today, what we're talking about? Today, we're going to talk about AI. And what's our topic? Don't let AI leave you in the dust. That's what we're going to talk about today. So let's get started on it with the whole AI and just let's just keep it basic. AI, artificial intelligence. I know y'all been hearing so much about AI, this, AI, that, but what we want to focus on, we ain't scared. We ain't scared. We trying to jump into AI. A lot of you all have already jumped into AI and these different AI tools that's coming out. You got new AI tools coming out all over the place. But let's dig into, let's see what's really going on and why does it even matter? Why should we care or why do we care? The first thing I want to talk about is one of the first initiatives that President Trump um, jumped on board with when he came into office, and this happened like the last week in January. The last week in January, President Trump entered into a joint venture, right? A $500 billion joint venture with who? OpenAI, which is the company that runs Chat GPT, which a lot of you all have already used, and some of you are trying to use it, right? With OpenAI, with a joint venture with OpenAI, Oracle. Many of you are familiar with Oracle and them setting up all different types of servers and technology in the technology space, right? And SoftBank. SoftBank. So basically, President Trump went into a partnership with these three entities, basically saying, hey, we want to be at the forefront of what's going on in AI. So I want to commit this money. I want to put my full force behind this whole AI initiative in terms of what's going on. So we need to know about who are these players, right? And um, OpenAI, uh, a guy by the name of I'm losing my train of thought. Sam Altman is the main founder of OpenAI. Of course, you always got a group of people and team of people to help him, but he's the main. So y'all need to get familiar with his name, Sam Altman. Right? Y'all need to get familiar with his name, just like you know that Mark Zuckerberg is associated with Facebook and Instagram. You need to know that Sam Altman is the one who's at the forefront of OpenAI, the company OpenAI. Okay. Then you have Oracle. Who's doing Oracle? Larry Ellison. He's been with Oracle for a long time. He's at the forefront of what's going on with Oracle in terms of this joint venture space. And then we have a Japanese guy who's at the forefront of SoftBank. And you need to know who these players are. So when people are talking about them or when things are going on in the news, you know who the players are. Because at the end of the day, this is all a game. We all in the game of life, and this is a business game. And I'm trying to let you know who the players are in this game, right? And when you talk about AI, and the particular Japanese guy, I thought this was very interesting. Just as a little side note, because when it came to TikTok, you heard all this talk about, oh, we don't want a foreign government, we don't want a foreign entity having a large ownership in our technology space, and this was the whole thing they had against TikTok, right, being owned by the Chinese. But here it is, a Japanese company that President Trump come in and say, hey, no, we want to be involved with basically almost with anybody as long as they're doing it on our terms. And, we don't got no beef with Japan, I guess. So that's why we're using SoftBank. But just keep in mind, so son of, his name is, I think you say his name, Masayuki Son. Masayuki Son. of SoftBank. So these are the three main companies that you're going to be hearing a lot of, right? And the joint venture that they formed is going to be called Stargate. So if you hear in a lot in the news talking about Stargate, it relates to this AI joint venture that President Trump has entered into with OpenAI, SoftBank, and Oracle. Okay. Now, the reason why this is so important is because he basically, under Biden's administration, they wanted to kind of halt some of the advancements that was going on in AI because they were trying to basically try to put some guardrails around it, trying to put some regulations around it, that type of thing. Trump came in and said, "Bump, just forget about all the guardrails. We're going full force. We're going full force, and we're going to put our money where our mouth is. And we're going to start with $100 billion. And all of this is going towards building AI. Now, anytime you talk about technology, you have to understand that there is an infrastructure that has to be built in order to deliver it. There's a lot of times when you hear about internet and broadband and them going to 5G, right? So it's all this infrastructure that has to be built in order to be able to service all of that electricity and all that data through this data superhighway, if you want to call it that, right? So this $100 billion that is the initial investment went into the data centers which they are building in Texas to be able to forge and be able to progress all these different AI initiatives. Now, keep in mind, this didn't start with President Trump. President Trump wasn't the one that initiated. And matter of fact, they had already started building a lot of these data centers in Texas before President Trump became President Trump. Right now, they had already started building this, and SoftBank had already committed to investing $100 billion in different AI initiatives anyway, before Trump even became president, right? But it does say where they are trying to position the economy, and that at the end of the day, the United States, President Trump in particular, wants to make sure that we're at the forefront of developing, the US is at the forefront of developing the latest technology, and he's willing to put, hey, the budget behind that. So that is a fantastic thing, right? Now, $100 billion, and then it's renewable, and then the other 400, for other projects that might be going on. Okay, so just keep that in mind. Now you might send a FISA. Okay, that's good and whatever. Why should I care? Why do I care? Well, let me tell you why you should care. AI right now is where the internet was in the 1990s. Now, those of you that were around in the 1990s, that grew up in the 1990s, right? You know that when you first started hearing about the internet and the World Wide Web, it was just something, it was just buzz going around, right? And you might have was able to, stick your toe in there a little bit, but you ain't stick your whole foot in there. You just stick your little toe in there just a little bit, right? And you heard about a little bit of this and there. You might even came across it in your classes. If you were in college at that time, you might have heard a little bit about it, or maybe you was able to use some of that stuff that was going on. Or if you worked at a big corporation, a lot of times they had the latest when it came to technology and that type of stuff. So maybe you heard a little bit about it, right? But again, it was at the forefront. And those who were early investors, those who were early adopters, right, were able to position themselves to be able to take advantage of that early entrance into the market. So this is where we are with AI right now. Yeah, there's a lot of buzz going around. Yeah, there's a lot of things that's going on right now, but we're still at an early stage. And AI will soon be where the internet is right now. How you don't even think about the internet no more. You use it, it's so integrated in your daily life, you don't even think about it anymore, right? So this is where AI is going to be. And we want to make sure that we're not just consumers of these AI tools, right? But we are producers of some of these AI tools. And not only that, but we are using these AI tools and this AI technology to better position ourselves and to be able to make some money. Because that's what we're talking about on this channel. On this channel, we're talking about the business, right? So Nafisa, that's all fine and dandy, but why does this matter? Okay, let me give you three reasons. The first reason is jobs. If you are in the market looking for a job, if you're trying to figure out how to better position yourself so that you can get a better job, or you're thinking about maybe your children and what type of fields and training and skills that you want to maybe want to direct them to, think about AI in terms of jobs, right? Not only is this joint venture that they're doing in Texas has it created some jobs, but it's going to create a lot of more jobs because why you need people to be able to not only build the infrastructure for these data centers and electricity things that's going on, but you also need people to work in them, to manage them, to further develop these AI tools. And a lot of them, the ones that they're doing at Texas, is going to be it's going to be directed towards the health industry, the health and medical industry, right? They want to be able to do a lot of initiatives in that area. So, for one, think about jobs, either jobs now, preparing your children or people when you know to be able to move towards different AI initiatives to get those skills about how to develop AI tools, how to use current AI tools. Think about it in terms of jobs and positioning yourself. That's number one. Number two, and how to use it in your current job. How to use it in your current job. Because maybe your company has come on board and using different AI tools. See how the company is using AI tools and how you can learn these AI tools so that you can better perform your job and make it more efficient. And maybe you could be the go-to person in your office or in your team for AI in terms of jobs. Number two, in terms of businesses. Now you have current businesses is operating, and you know, a lot of times in our community, we don't have a whole bunch of employees, right? We're usually doing everything. We're usually the CEO, the CFO, the CMO. We're doing the marketing, or we might have one or two people doing it, right? But with these AI tools, we're able to be more efficient with less people, with less overhead. So AI could be a benefit in terms of using these tools to make your business more efficient, right? So there are AI tools out right now that you can use to make your business more efficient. And a lot of these tutorials that they have, either on YouTube or free on the particular platforms, you can just learn them. You don't even have to pay a lot of money. A lot of stuff you can just learn on YouTube. You do AI, beginner AI. Go on YouTube. There's so many videos about introducing you to AI and to different AI tools because there are dozens and dozens of AI tools that are developing right now in different areas. Whether you're in the health field, you're in the entertainment field, you're in the restaurant industry, there's a lot of AI tools that's developing now. So as businesses, you want to look at how can you use these different AI tools to be more efficient in your job, more efficient with what you're doing. And then not only that, but how can you position yourself to maybe even develop some AI tools where you might see a problem at or see a fit for it in your particular business, in your particular industry. And then you could be the one that has patent that and offering that AI tool to other people that's in your industry. Right. So you begin to think about how can you do that with this new AI. And then the third way that could be a benefit to you is that you look at investments. Because think about what if you would have invested in Facebook in the later 90s, early 2000s, where this is way before it went public. This is way before when it was just a thing they was just doing just between college campuses or invested in YouTube, right? Reid Hoffman is the one who started LinkedIn. What if you would have been one of the early people that got into that? Everybody's always talking about, oh, Bitcoin. I wish I would have got in Bitcoin when it was only $1,000, when they was offering it for $100 and some. I was just, guess what? AI is the new Bitcoin. AI is Bitcoin. So, what companies can you invest in, right? Or if you don't want to do individual stocks, right? And I'm not trying to give you I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just saying that we are at the forefront of this AI, artificial intelligence. We're at the forefront of this new economy and this emerging technology and AI. And so you might want to look at, if you're a person that invests in stocks, if you're a person that invests in the stock market, you might want to look at investments where the underlying asset or the underlying thing that they're doing is something related to AI. You might want to look at that, right? That's why everybody jumped on Nvidia, right? With the EV and all of that. But EV, I'm sorry, I'm saying with the electronic vehicles and the different parts that are required to run electronic vehicle and these types of batteries. Okay, because all of this technology is operating off of an infrastructure, and there are different companies that are at the forefront of building this infrastructure on which AI will run and the different beta databases will run. So you might want to look at companies that's dealing with that and see if that might be, something that you want to invest in. Right. So those are the three different ways right now as we go along with New Money Moves with Nafisa Manira. We will dive deeper into different aspects of AI because AI, we definitely want to make sure that we are building great bridges to this new economy with AI, and we're not just consumers of it, but we are producers of it, and we are using it to be more efficient in our businesses as we develop our businesses. Now, that's what I have to tell you. We want to make sure that the AI don't leave us in the dust, right? We building these bridges, we're on the forefront. So this is what I wanted to tell you. And what I want you all to do is let me know what you think about this topic. Let me know if you want me to go deeper into a particular aspect of AI. And I will, as we go along the next few weeks and months, I will start to talk about AI as it relates to different industry. Because I am a tax attorney, how is AI going to affect the legal profession? How is AI affecting the accounting profession? How is AI maybe affecting the health and the medical field, right? So if there's some specific topics that you want me to go into about AI, just let me know. We can dive deeper in it. We can maybe even have special guests on that can talk more in depth about a particular aspect of it if it's something that you want to know. Because we are here to serve you. And we are here to make sure, again, that we do not get left behind and that we are at the forefront of knowing what's going on, and we can better disseminate that information to the people in our family, to our friends, as well as position ourselves to take advantage of all the opportunity that is coming our way in terms of AI. So that's what we're here to do at New Money Moves with Nafisa Manira. And I am here and glad to bring you this information. I want to say I hope you have a fabulous week and stay tuned and keep abreast on what we're going on because we also have a segment called Let's Talk Taxes. Well, I will go specifically into taxes, and that's going to be on Tuesday as always. So please join myself, Nafisa Manira, for Let's Talk Tuesdays when we talk about taxes. And I know we're in that tax season. Everybody might have some questions or whatever, but we're going to talk about taxes on Tuesday. But for now, I am Nafisa Manira, and this is New Money Moves. Have a fabulous week.